Hey, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dan Ramey, and I have Sarah Davis with me. She is with the Chillicothe JCs, and we are getting ready to talk about the Chillicothe JCs Halloween Parade, which is coming up Saturday, October 28th, and that's this weekend. You won't want to miss it. We'll give you some details coming up in just a moment, right after this, from our friends at Classic Brands.
You haven't had vodka soda like this. No one has. Made with the world's smoothest vodka plus real juice. New White Claw Vodka Soda.
The annual Halloween Parade is just around the corner, and you, no doubt, are busy this week, are you not, to prepare?
Yes, very much so.
Sarah is you are the internal vice president for the Chillicothe JCs?
Yes, I am.
And what does that mean to someone who's watching for the first time?
Well, we have an internal and an external, and the internal is I do a lot of the planning and for the events and trying to get, charitable money, things like that. And the external does a lot of the things of giving out and where the money goes and things like that. So I'm more so...
One's in the public eye, the other's behind the scenes.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds like it. Well, part of that is planning the parade, I'm sure.
Yes. It is a very, very big event, and I've helped previous years, but this is the first year that I'm sole chairman of it, so it's been a lot of trial and error and learning the ins and outs of everything and trying to get everything done on time and all the boxes checked off.
I know it's not Friday evening or midday Saturday, but you're holding up pretty well.
Looks can be deceiving.
Well, you've got an advance party, and then you got 5 divisions to go with this.
Yes.
And the parade can be about 40 minutes long or so.
Yeah, and this year we have quite a few larger that are in, so it may stretch kind of long. We have some bigger parties that are coming through with bigger vehicles, so it will take up a little bit more space, so it will end up being a little longer. And we also have a very special float coming through.
Yeah, we're going to touch on that. But you also have, like the Mid-Ohio Jeepers are back again, so
yes.
That's several Jeeps and displays and all.
Ignition, can't remember off the top of my head, but they are another car club. And
the Igniters.
Yes, the Igniters, thank you. Yes, the Igniters, they are in it as well. So that'll be quite a few there, too.
Yeah. Marching band or 2 in there, too, this year?
I believe 6.
6 of them?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Well, I know Chillicothe's probably in there along with the Unioto.
And we have the mega band coming back this year, which is a bunch of different kids from different schools all collaborated into one band.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it when they group together like that. Probably wearing costumes, too.
I hope so.
Usually what we see there. The special float we've been wanting to tell people about is going to be right in between the Chillicothe Fire Department and the Scioto Township Fire Department. And the reason for that is?
Just for safety concerns, we need to make sure that they are close to a fire department. We are going to be having some very awesome pyrotechnic things going on. And the best place to view these would be the main shows are going to be on the corner of Paint and Main and then down through Main Street. So if you're wanting to really get a good seat for it, you'll probably want to hold up on Main Street if you would like to get a good view.
Now, before you panic, this is the Ohio Pyrotechnic Arts Guild. They put on our 4th of July show downtown each and every year down in Octangie Park. And these fireworks, they'll be shooting from the float, right?
Yes, they're technically not fireworks,
Right.
so they're more like what you would see if you would go to a concert and you see those cannons that shoot things up, and it's very safe for close proximity, and it's more. They'll have a light show as well, but it's safe to be in very close proximity to it, but. We do ask that everybody please stay on the sidewalks. Don't go off of the sidewalk onto the road just because they have to have so much clearance.
And these fireworks are kind of like the fireworks you can see indoors, like you said, at concerts. But on top of the 50 West building and also on top of the LC&B building, there's going to be more fireworks popping off, too.
Yes, coming off of the roofs.
This is going to be awesome. Now, it's not a long 15-minute display, but it's long enough to, first of all, put a little bit of a jolt in you.
Yes.
Capture your attention, but it's going to be entertaining.
Yes, yes. And as they move throughout the parade, it's not like you can only see it there at those spots. Right. They will have stuff coming off of their float that they are putting through too. It's just not as extravagant as those two areas, because those areas were the most available areas to do some of the things they wanted to do.
Yeah. So if you want to be in the right spot, like you said, in that curve where that you make your first turn on the parade route onto Main Street, or even down by the folk block might be kind of cool too, because then you can see one group to your right and one group to your left.
Yeah.
Right there on Main Street.
Yep.
That should be pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And then the parade's over. No, there's plenty to happen after that, isn't there?
Yes, yes. We've got lots and lots to come through, and a lot of good stuff this year. We will be doing the float judging again and the costume contest. But this year, instead of meeting in a specific area, we're just going to judge you in the divisions when you line up. So it'll just make it easier on people, and then we will make sure that our MC announces the winner during the parade.
Mm-hmm. That's nice. So they've got to relay that information to the stage. Just one staging area, right?
Yes, it'll be in front of the courthouse.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So if you want to hear what's going on, you want to stay right there.
Correct.
But otherwise, you'll be able to read signs and see what the flag football teams are and everything going through at the same time. So in putting this together, I'm sure you've got previous years' experience to look back on, but is there anything that you've decided to change this year in any fashion, or is it still going to run as normal?
It's pretty much going to run as normal. There are a couple changes just due to the size of some of the registrations that have come in, of like what they're bringing and what they're driving through and things. We've had to regroup some of them, especially with like the football teams. They used to be spread out between all the different divisions. Well, this year we just put them all in one because it makes it easier to keep them there, because we have other groups that have come in that have multiples as well. Right. So it's just easier this year to keep it. So you'll be able to see them all go through. They'll still be, individually announced, but yes, they will all be relatively together.
And they're usually pretty loud, all of those kids.
We try to be, yes.
They're rooting and saying their cheers and everything as they come through. As far as organizing this, you've got to have the people in the right place before you start, and that can always be a little hairy, I'm sure.
Yes, we will have designated JCs. We will be in orange shirts, like safety orange shirts, so you should be able to spot us easily. But in every division, there will be a designated JC there to help you line up and know where to go, know when to go, things like that. And if there's anything you needed, all you have to do is just look for one of our orange shirts.
Yeah. And if you are in the parade, what time do you have to be where you need to be to get organized?
Lineup starts at 5:30. So we would prefer you to please start coming at 5:30. Judging for costume and floats will start at 6. So if you are in those, you have to be there by then. I would say I would prefer everybody to be there by 6 to start lining up at the latest, just so we have time. If there's any hiccups, we have a way to maneuver things and things like that so we can get started on time.
If I show up at 5, am I too early for that? Or
no, we'll be down there.
Okay. I had a feeling that would be the case. So, all right, so everything starts at 7 o'clock. So if you're a spectator, make sure you get into place for that.
Yes. And due to all the road closures and stuff, parking will be, come as you can get it. So I would get there a little early so you can get a decent parking spot too.
During my radio station days, we were right smack dab in the middle of everything, and everything was shut down. So if you didn't get there early enough, you were on the outside looking in.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Anything that we have missed you wanted to make sure people knew?
Not really. I do want to say that if anybody has ever been interested in helping with these events, they're really fun. We love to give back to the community and involve our community as much as possible. But if anybody's interested, if you're between the ages of 21 and 40, you can become a JC and help do these. And we have another huge project coming up, an event, Special Santa, and we will need lots of volunteers for that. So we just get a hold of us and we will tell you how to join.
That's fantastic. If I can ask about Special Santa, Are you putting ornaments on trees and things for people to grab from like they used to? Or?
There are businesses out there. So if you are a business owner, a small business owner, and you are wanting ornaments to put out in your, your area,
lobby
your lobby, things like that, just get a hold of us. We do already have some lined up. But yeah, typically it is just us JCs distributing it out to all the different places. And then if new ones come, we always have plenty of left to give to. So
yeah, fantastic. One thing we did forget to mention is the Grand Marshal for this year.
Yes.
It is usually the previous year's Citizen of the Year, and that is Bill Barker.
Yes. Yes. Bill Barker has actually done a lot for the JCs. He always has not only, donated his time and his staff's time, but he has donated to food to a lot of our events, like our golf outings and things like that. And we even have a Citizens Award named after him. So,
is that right?
So we wanted to make sure we gave him some special recognition this year.
That's great to hear. Absolutely. Bill, congratulations, buddy. We referred to him as Taco Bill all those ages, and then ended up bringing the Old Canal Smokehouse in. So now he's, I guess, Taco Smokehouse Bill in one way. Sarah, thank you for coming in and sharing details. And again, if you want to become a JC, I've got the Chillicothe JC's Facebook page linked in here. So just click on that, and it'll take you right to the JC's parade, to the JC's page, and you'll be able to find out more. Thank you again for coming in.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching as well. And thanks to Classic Brands sponsoring our special edition of Litter Media Live.